dimensions that are collapsing, I can exercise the same power to send you back the moment the Great Barrier collapses. It requires me to act within a nanosecond of time, but I believe you'll find my powers are more than up to the task." Considering the deal, I knew I didn't have much of a choice. It was either to attempt this or end up back in the prison with no hope. I would have to think of a way to save Kala's life as well. She might have been a bit of a savage, but she was the only person I might have been able to call a friend in that place. Groaning at the lack of options, I reached out a hand. Seriously, where was free will when you needed it? I cleared my throat. "Then make it a deal, with all your cosmic power." Creation nodded and took my hand. I felt a wave of power that could easily have turned me to dust wash over me before receding. I nodded in thanks, then stood up. I didn't have to say anything. The rift had already appeared. Creation stood as well. "Head for the center. The fringe is home to plenty of mindless beasts. The center is where the real challenge begins." I noted that down. I'd figured there was some sort of scheme to the place, but up to this point, I had mostly been wandering. At first, I'd thought Kala had a goal, but that was becoming less certain to me the longer I was with her. Before I could ask how to find the center in the first place, I was sucked into the rift. I blinked when I found myself back in the desolate plains of Hellia. Kala stood in front of me, looking concerned. She had her sword at the ready in case something else came out of the rift. The rift closed without any fanfare and was gone without a trace. I couldn't help but wish that I had rather have been put out in Mergen than this god-awful place. But that was asking for too much. I knew even creation and destruction had limits to their ability to interfere with the world at large. I was starting to wish that I was on that list. I ran my hand through my hair with a groan. "How am I supposed to find the center?" I asked out loud. I couldn't do anything until I found the center of this place. Sadly, there wasn't exactly a flow of energy like in a dungeon that a person could follow. I would have to figure out something. Too bad none of the monsters were capable of giving directions. "Center?" Kala repeated, pulling me from my thoughts. She pointed in the distance, though what set it apart was beyond me. Every direction felt the same to me. "That way, dangerous. Edge, safe." If even Kala was calling it dangerous, then I might have my work cut out for me. I glanced over to the drying puddle of monster blood. Only a few of the bones remained after Kala devoured the thing. I gave her a grin before pointing at my chest, then to her. "Together, stronger." I really hoped she agreed to go together. Getting the jump on monsters as a team really tipped the scales in our favor during a battle. Kala looked over to the skeleton, then back to me a few times before nodding. She grinned as well, only hers was much more savage. "Together, very strong." I resisted fist bumping and instead gave her a thumbs up. "Then we head for the center of the domain together?" I asked. Kala looked in the distance, then slowly nodded. I was privately glad. I had gotten stronger since I'd first arrived, but Kala's power easily outstripped mine by a few leagues. That she was willing to go with me filled me with much more relief than I had expected to feel. Nodding my thanks, I walked over to the bones of the monster. Placing my hand on them, I absorbed their energy. Perhaps it was creation's visit, or just simply having a goal to work toward, but my mind felt clearer than it had in years. While I still couldn't believe that 10 years had passed, I took comfort in the fact that this place was removed from the true flow of time. I might not have been able to go back to the exact instant I'd left, but creation...